Well, good morning everyone. I figured I'd make a video going over what I've been using this year, as salmon season's winding down, so it might be a little bit late, but better late than never, I guess. So, I've been going with two different setups, and one at the start of the year I kind of blew off, like I didn't think it was going to work. Honestly, I thought it was basically a setup for snaggers, but it's not. We'll get into that in a minute. Right now, I was starting off, I use mostly roe and blades and spoons, whatnot. I have my kit here. I'll show you that closer in a little bit. So yeah, basically 8 to 10 pound test. We have some Maxima fluorocarbon, which I use occasionally, 8 pound. And mostly I just use the Maxima Ultra Green 8 and 10 pound test for leaders. The leaders vary a little bit depending on the type of water I'm fishing. It's fast, clear, really clear, or just good flow. I try not to fish anything fast. I don't feel that's the best water. So basically, and this goes for Steelhead too, 2 to 3, 4 feet deep, 3-4 feet deep at an average walking man's pace. So if you're just walking alongside the river and it's keeping up with you, that's pretty good. And a nice green color. Rivers vary depending on where they are. Some have a nice amber color to them, but they're still good visibility. Anyhow, I noticed a lot of guys put sliding weights on with beads to hold them in place, whatnot. I've tried a whole bunch of different things, but this is basically my setup of what I use all the time, whether it be Steelhead, Coho, Spring. I have my weight clamped on with a pair of pliers onto a tag that I leave after my double cinch knot onto the barrel swivel. That barrel swivel is actually pretty big. It doesn't seem to hurt though. And my favorite D&E floats, either in gray or green. But yeah, and here's my leader length. There to there. That looks longer than it actually is. It's maybe 2 feet. Yeah, 2 feet, 18 inches to 2 feet. The water was really clear where I was fishing yesterday. So I spread it out just a little bit, and all it got me was I lost something first light and 1 chum before I finally packed it in and figured I'd come home and do more chores that I'd been putting off. Anyhow, that's this. Getting back into this, I'll get into the row later, is the setup, the beads, that I was swearing off for a long time, this year anyways. My buddy's like, no, we get fish on them. I'm like, yeah, it feels like a snagging setup. But the water was low and clear and the row turned off last week. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna throw a bead on. I had some, throw a bead on. First 2 casts, got a good like row hit, like a good slammer down hit. Set the hook and a couple coho. And they were right in the mouth where they're supposed to be. So I was like, maybe this actually does work. So I went out and I tried my row first light again, get a few hits, row turned off, went to this, and the next day I got 8 coho on this. Just this pink bead. I tried other color beads, like I tried the orange ones. I even went to the bigger white and pink ones. Didn't get as much on them. So I went back to just this little light pink and white spackle on a number 10, and that seemed to be the trick. I found a couple pools of coho on the high water this last week. I was trying a bunch of different spoons. Pretty much tried every damn spoon, brass hammered, Coho spoons, Colorados of various shapes and sizes. And they weren't hitting nothing that day. But I wandered downriver, found a nice little seam, and started getting into a few coho on the bead setup, the soft beads. And I think they're Mad Rivers. So yeah, I guess bead setups work. I use various sizes of barrel swivels depending on what type of water I'm fishing. And I found I found earlier this year, I've gone through so many packs of hooks and was losing a lot of fish. But I went to these owners, number 2s, try cutting edge ones, and SSW with cutting point. And found that I've lost way less fish using those. I think I went like 18 out of 20 coho landed. It was a ridiculous the amount of change. So I'm staying with the owner cutting point hooks from now on. Number 2s for coho and steelhead. You can go a little bit bigger for spring if you want, but I don't really see the need. The hook still gets in there. I was using the same size hooks anyways all year. Just I switched to these owner ones in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and they work very well. So yeah, for setups, I like these level lines. This is a Daiwa Alexa 300L. I use left-handed. And a G Loomis. I think it's a 1262, 10'6", 6 to 12 pound one. That's actually turned into my favorite rod. I do have this, which is also a favorite rod, the Shimano Corrado DC with the Sage 2106B. I heard people say it was too soft. This one is not soft. The L maybe is soft, but this one is not soft. It's just a very nice rod, and it really rips spoons pretty well. I just cut everything off, tie a spoon on, it'll whip a spoon out like 60, 80 feet, no problem whatsoever. The Daiwa and the Loomis there, it's not really a spoon tossing rod. It's a steelhead drift rod, but if you get it figured out, it tosses spoons really well as well. So if I've left anything out, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Always never drag bottom, always fish, find the bottom and then yank it up your float to weight 6 to 12 inches. That'll put you more in the zone. Fish can look up, they can't look down. And just 18 inches, and you can vary your leader length from there. Float to weight changes for run you fish, just be smart. And if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll be doing more videos. I'm gonna get a GoPro and a chesting, so hopefully we'll get that steelhead strike and fight on video. If you like cars and shit, I'm getting a Bronco. I'm getting rid of the Ranger, getting a Bronco if it ever comes in. Yeah, we do a lot of off-roading, fishing, a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So if you like any of that as well, feel free to subscribe, leave some comments, like some of the videos. It all helps. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye.